Hey guys, this is Allison with Frogface Studio. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this koala. It measures about 10 inches high, and a quick note before we get started, we're going to be adding the arms in row 19 and then adding the legs in at row 38. I will go into detail on how to do that. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you enjoy this tutorial. To make our koala, I used Lionsbrand Homespun yarn in the color Cloud. I used 3 skeins of this color, 1 skein of Heppel white, and for the nose, you don't need a lot of yarn, so I just used a dark gray, but you can use any color that you would like. A pair of safety eyes, a stitch marker, a pair of scissors, a tapestry needle, size I crochet hook, and 1 full bag of polyfill. Actually, I ended up using about 3/4. You can't really tell, but I used about 3/4 of this bag to make the koala. To get started, we're going to make the heart. We'll grab our Heppel white yarn and make a magic circle. To make the magic circle, we're going to place the tail end of the yarn underneath the pinky and our ring finger. Then with your working yarn in your other hand, wrap that over your thumb. Take your index finger and your middle finger and go underneath the tail. That'll make a loop, and then you flip that over and then pull your working yarn through. Grab your crochet hook and then chain 1. From here we're going to chain 2 more, so we'll have 3 chains in total. And we're going to start by placing 3 treble crochets into your circle. To complete a treble crochet, we're going to wrap our yarn over our needle twice, insert our hook, yarn over, and pull through. You'll have 4 loops on your hook. You'll yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over one more time and pull through the final 2. We're going to do that 2 more times. Yarn over twice, insert our hook, pull through the first 2 loops, the second 2 loops, and the third 2 loops. So we'll work our last treble crochet, and then we're going to do 4 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops. We'll do this 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to complete 1 treble crochet. So yarn over twice, insert your hook. You'll have 4 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the final 2. Now we're going to work 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now work 3 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3, and chain 3, and then we're going to slip stitch into the circle. And we'll take the tail end of our yarn here, pull the tail to close this circle up. Not too tight, even though it looks like I'm pulling it tight. I kind of am, but so that we can close this up. And we're going to weave in our ends at the end so it won't come apart, but you want to give it a good tug so that it'll close up the center right there. So for the second round, we're going to go over here and locate. Remember where we did the chain 3 at the very beginning? Put 2 single crochets around this chain 3 There's 1 and 2. See, we're just going up, working up the chain 3. Okay, so now we are to our first stitch right here. Here's the first treble. We're going to do 3 double crochets into the very first treble crochet. So go in here. There's 1, 2, and 3. We're going to work 3 double crochets into the top of the second treble crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochets into the top of the third treble. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to work 1 double crochet into the next 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see that our heart is starting to shape up. In the next stitch, we're going to work 1 double crochet, 1 treble crochet, and then 1 double crochet, all into that next chain space. And then we're going to work duplicating the stitches over here. So we're going to work 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. In the next stitch, we're going to place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. In the next stitch, we're going to do 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And in this last treble crochet at the very top, we'll place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And then to get back down to this space right here where we started, we're going to work 2 single crochets around this chain 3 that we did at the end of the last round. So there's 1 and 2, and then we'll insert our hook and just slip stitch, cut our yarn, and weave in our ends. That is our cute little heart. To make the nose, grab your dark gray colored yarn, make a slip knot. We're going to chain 6. We're going to single crochet into the second chain from the hook and do 1 single crochet into each stitch across, and you'll have 5 single crochets when you finish this round. This is going to be our repeat, and we're going to end up doing 10 rows of 5 single crochets. So I'll meet you guys at the end. There we have 10 rows of 5 single crochets. We're going to cut ourselves a long tail, and we'll use this, sew this on our koala. Now we'll make the legs. We'll start the legs by making a magic circle. We'll take the tail end of our yarn and place it underneath our pinky and our ring finger. Hold the working yarn in your right hand and wrap it around your thumb. Then take your index finger and your middle finger and go over the working yarn and under the tail, and that'll make a loop. Then we're going to pull the working yarn through the circle and then chain 1 to secure that. We'll continue by placing 6 single crochets into the circle. Pull the tail to close the circle up. And we're going to be working in continuous rows, so we're going to place 2 single crochets into the very first stitch. 4, 5, 6. And this one's always a little tricky. Actually, sometimes I go ahead and do 7 and skip that first one because it's hard to see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I place 2 single crochets into the second single crochet. You're not even going to be able to tell it. So we'll place our stitch marker in the very first stitch and continue placing 2 single crochets into each single crochet, and we'll have 12 at the end of this round. Alrighty, now we've got our 12 single crochets, and as you can see, you can't even see the missed stitch. I don't always do that, but when the very first single crochet of the original 6 is hard to get to, I'll just add another one and then start the round in the second single crochet space. So we're going to continue working in the round, and we're going to continue to increase. So place 2 single crochets into the very first stitch. Grab our stitch marker, put that in the very first, and we'll place 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and then repeat all the way around. 2 single crochets in the next, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, 1 after that, and we should have 18 stitches when we finish this round. We're now at round 3, so we'll take out our stitch marker. So this round will be 1 increase, so 2 single crochets in the very first stitch, and then 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and at the end of this round we'll have 24 stitches. Now we're going to work 1 row of just 24 single crochets, no increase. Complete our first single crochet and add our stitch marker, and then work 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way around. For round number 6, we're going to decrease back down to 18 stitches. So we're going to work 1 decrease over the very first 2 stitches. So we'll take our hook, insert it into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, then insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then pull your yarn through all 3 stitches. Grab your stitch marker. Then we're going to place 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. There's 1 and there's 2. And then this is going to be the repeat all the way around. 1 decrease, 1 single crochet in the next 2. I'll meet you guys at the end of this round. For round number 7, complete 1 single crochet into each stitch around. We'll do 18 stitches in total, and I'll meet you guys at the end. For the next round, we're going to do another decrease round. So we'll do a decrease over the next 2 stitches and place 1 single crochet in the third. Once we're finished with this round, we'll have 12 stitches. Now we're going to work 5 more rows of 12 single crochets, and that will complete our first leg. I've completed my 5 rows working 12 single crochets in each round, and we're going to make one more leg the same way, and then I'll show you guys how to make the arms for the koala. To make the arms, we'll start off with a magic circle. So we're going to take the tail end of our yarn and go underneath the pinky finger and our ring finger, wrap the yarn over your thumb, and take your index finger and your middle finger and go under the working yarn, which will make a loop. Then you're going to fold it over the working yarn and pull that through, and then chain 1 to secure this. And now what we're going to do is 6 single crochets into this circle. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll pull the tail to close up the circle. Round 2 is going to be an increase round. So we're going to place 2 single crochets into each stitch. This first stitch right here is always a little bit difficult, so you may have to kind of finagle your hook in there. Alrighty, there's 1. We're going to add our stitch marker. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end of this round, we're going to have 12 stitches. We'll take out our stitch marker. We're going to continue to increase, but this time we're going to do 2 single crochets in the first and 1 single crochet in the next stitch. And at the end of this round, we're going to have 18 stitches. For round number 4, we're going to work 1 single crochet into each stitch. So we're working 18 single crochets all the way around. For round number 5, we're going to work a decrease back down to 12 stitches. So we're going to decrease over the first 2 stitches, and we'll do that by inserting our hook, yarning over, pulling through, inserting our hook into the next stitch, yarning over and pulling through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. We'll add our stitch marker. We'll work 1 single crochet in the next stitch. And we'll continue this all the way around, and we'll have 12 stitches at the end of this row. Oops. Oh, somebody wants to go downstairs, and he just scared the crap out of me. Alrighty. Let me count these stitches. So let's get back to our pattern. So we just reduced the last row back down to 12. So what we're going to do is work 5 rows of 12 single crochets. So we'll work 1 in the first, and work 12 all the way around. And I'm going to add another stitch marker here so it's easy for me to see how many rows I've worked. We're going to work 5 rows of 12 single crochets, and I will see you guys back in a second. I already made the other one, so let's finish this guy up. A little bit of stuffing here. To finish off the arm, make sure the tail from when you started the project is sticking out of the top. And then we're going to flatten this piece and line up the stitches, and then insert your hook into the top and through both, you can see right there, through both stitches, and yarn over, and then we'll just slip stitch. And then we'll continue to do that all the way across. When we get to the end, we'll grab our scissors and cut that. And pull your yarn through. Just pull it through like that. And put a little knot to secure these two. Like I said, when we get to the body, we're going to be attaching these directly to the work, and so these tails will be on the inside, so don't worry too much about them right now. So we've got both arms made. We have both of our legs. We have our nose, and now we're going to make the ears. The ears are made of two parts. So we've got the outside and the inside piece right here. That's going to be lay right on top like this. And it's got this cute little ruffle, so it mimics the koala, like the little fur that's on top of their ears. So I'm going to show you guys how to make this next. Let's get started. Two single crochets into each single crochet space all the way around, and we'll have 12 stitches at the end of this round. For round number 3, we're going to continue with an increase, but this time we're going to do one single crochet in the first, and then 2 single crochets in the stitch after that. Do this all the way around, and we'll have 18 stitches at the end of this round. For round number 4, we're going to continue to increase. We're going to do a single crochet in the first 2 stitches, and then an increase in the next. And at the end of this round, we'll have 24 stitches. We're going to do one more increase up to 30 stitches. So we'll do one single crochet in the first 3 and 2 single crochets in the fourth, and continue that all the way around, and you'll have 30 stitches at the end of this round. So for round number 6 through round number 9, we're going to work one single crochet into each single crochet space. So we'll have 3 rows of 30 single crochets. I'll meet you guys when we're finished. For row number 11, we're going to start decreasing. We're going to work one single crochet into the first 3 stitches, and then decrease over the next 2 stitches. And then we'll repeat that all the way around, and at the end of this round we'll have 24. So let's work that all the way around, and I'll see you guys at the end. To finish this round, I'm going to work a slip stitch in the next 2 stitches. And I do that to kind of flatten it out after you've been working in the round. It's just something I like to do. We don't need our cute little ear to unravel. Or not to cut your project either. Alright, we've got 2 ears made. So now we're going to make this piece right here, which is going to fit on top of this little ear. And it's got a cute little ruffle on it. It looks like a little koala's little fur sticking out. To make the inside of our koala's ears, make a magic circle and work 6 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull this tail. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn our work. Then we're going to do an increase where we single crochet in the first. Then we're going to place 2 single crochets in the second and repeat that all the way down the row. And we'll have 9 stitches at the end of this round. The last stitch right here is always a little persnickety, or a little there. Hopefully yours isn't too bad. There we go. There's 9. Double count or double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll chain 1, turn our work, work another increase. I'm going to do a single crochet into the first 2 stitches. 1, 2, then increase in the third. 1, 2, single crochet in the next 2 spaces. We'll do 2 single crochets in the third. That's 9, 10, 11, and 12. We'll chain 1 and turn our work. We'll do a puff stitch in the first and a single crochet in the next, and do that all the way across. We'll have 6 puff stitches and 6 single crochets. For the puff stitch that I'm using for this pattern, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, and pull through 2, and then yarn over and then pull through those 3 stitches, and then work a single crochet in the next stitch. I'll show you again. We'll yarn over, insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, and then pull through 2 loops. You'll have 3 loops left on your hook, then yarn over and pull through all 3. And single crochet in the next stitch, and that's what makes the little puffs. Okay, so continue this all the way across. I'll work another puff stitch, single crochet, All right, so now we have 6 puff stitches and 6 single crochets. To finish the inside of the ear, we're going to chain 3, turn our work, and slip stitch into the same space as the chain 3. Next, chain 3 and slip stitch into the next stitch. Keep working the chain 3, slip stitch into the same space, and chain 3, slip stitch into the next space to the end of the round. Cut your yarn and leave a long tail to attach it to the ear. So now that we have all the components made for our koala, I'm going to show you guys how to make the body, and I will show you guys that next. To start the body of our koala, we're going to do a magic circle. Now that we've got our magic circle completed, we're going to work 6 single crochets into this space. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pull the tail. Our second round is going to be an increase round. We're going to work 2 single crochets into each space. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And place our first single crochet. I'm going to go ahead and grab that stitch marker, because we're going to be working our rows continuously, so you'll want to mark the start of every row. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So in our third round, we're going to work 1 single crochet in the next stitch, place our stitch marker. The first 17 rounds are going to be increases. So we'll place 1 single crochet in the first, and then 2 single crochets in the second. 1, 2. Then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next, 2 in the one after, and continue that all the way around. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. In round number 4, we're going to work 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches, and then 2 single crochets into the third stitch. We're going to work that all the way around, and we'll have 24 stitches at the end of this round. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and 2 single crochets. 1. In round number 5, we're going to work 1 single crochet into the first 3 stitches, and then increase into the 4th by placing 2 single crochets. At the end of this round, we'll have 30 stitches. 1, 2, So now we're at round number 6, and we're going to continue increasing, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. The stitches will go like this: 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches, 2 single crochets in the third, and 1 single crochet in the 4th and the 5th stitches. And then repeat that all the way around. And at the end of this round, we will have 36 stitches. There's 1, 2, work our increase, 1, 2, then complete 1 single crochet in the next 2, and then repeat 1, 1, increase, 1, 1, then repeat 1, 1, increase, 1, 1. I'm partly talking it out with you guys so that I don't mess up, because I have started this round 3 times. So let's hope we can get through it. We can do it together. 1, 1, increase, 1, 1. So now we are going to work row number 7. We'll work 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches, and then do an increase. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then do an increase, 6, 7, and at the end of this round we'll have 42 stitches. So we're now at round number 8. So this round will go like this: 1 single crochet in the first 3 stitches, complete an increase in the 4th stitch, and then work 1 single crochet in the following 3. And we'll repeat that all the way around. At the end of this round, we're going to have 48 stitches. There's 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3. For row number 9, we're going to work 2 single crochets in the very first stitch, and then 7 single crochets. So we'll repeat that 6 times. At the end of this round, we'll have 54 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. For round number 10, we're going to work 1 single crochet in the first 4 stitches, 1 increase in the 5th, and then 1 single crochet in the 4 stitches after that. At the end of this round, we'll have 60 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, work an increase, 1, 2, and then 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4. For round number 11, we're going to work 2 single crochets in the very first stitch and 1 single crochet in the next 9. At the end of this round, we'll have 66 stitches. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Increase. We are now up to round number 12, and in this round we're going to work 1 single crochet in the first 5 stitches, do an increase in the next, and then work 5 single crochets in the following 5. So, 1. At the end of this round, we'll have 72 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase, 1, 2. In round number 13, we're going to work 2 single crochets in the first stitch and 1 single crochet in the next 11 stitches. At the end of this round, we'll have 78 stitches. There's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey guys, my camera stopped recording, and I've just finished up round number 13, which we were just working on, and we're going to start round number 14. So in this round, we're going to work 1 single crochet in the first 6 stitches, an increase in the 7th, and then 6 single crochets. At the end of this round, we'll have 84 stitches. Five, 6, increase, and 1, 2, 3. We are now up to round number 15. In this round, we're going to work 2 single crochets in the very first stitch and 1 single crochet in the next 13. We'll repeat that 6 times. At the end of this round, we'll have 90 stitches. One, 2. Put our stitch marker back in the first one. If you notice that at the start of your work it's opening up just a little bit, just give it a little tug to close that up. We're going to weave in our ends at the end, so it's not going to be a big deal, but I just noticed that mine had pulled a little bit open, so I'm going to give it a little tug. Round number 16, we're going to work 1 single crochet in the first 7 stitches, work an increase, 2 stitches in the 8th single crochet space, and then another 7 single crochets. At the end of this round, we'll have 96 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Increase. 1, 2. For round number 17, which, congratulations you guys, this is the last increase round for this pattern. We're going to work 2 single crochets into the first stitch, then 15 single crochet all the way around, and we'll have 102 stitches at the end of this round. 1. Hi, Rizzo. Hi. The sweet baby girl had to come over and say hi to me. Now that we've finished increasing, we're going to work 1 round of front post single crochets. To complete a front post single crochet, we're going to insert our hook, and the very first stitches, this is the increase from the last round. So we're going to put our hook in between the 2 spaces, go behind that stitch, and then yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over and pull through. You can see that that raises the stitch, and it also gives it kind of a nice little twist. We're going to work that all the way around. So we'll go into the next stitch, go behind the post, yarn over, pull through. So it's just a single crochet, but instead of going into through the V's at the very top, you're going to work behind the post. I'll show you that again. Here's our next single crochet. We'll go behind, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. So let's see, I've done 1, 2, 3. So let me make sure to put my stitch marker back in here. We're going to continue working in continuous rows. We're going to continue working front post single crochets all the way around. You'll have 102 stitches at the end of this round. Be careful when you're working. When you get to your increases from the previous round, make sure that you do a front post single crochet behind both of the stitches. In round number 19, we're going to attach the arms to our body as we work stitches around. So we're going to work 35 front post single crochets, and then I'm going to show you guys how we're going to attach the arms. 1, 2. So now we've got 35 front post single crochets, and I want to work 6 single crochet through each of the stitches in our arm and the body. We're going to line up our stitch, insert our hook into the very first. You don't have to get too technical on where you put these stitches, just work 6 single crochets across. I like to put for sure 1 at the very end of each so that, you know, this little piece isn't sticking out, just so it's really secure. So go through your work, line it up, go into the next. Here's your front post single crochet for the last stitch. So in this space right here, here's your last front post single crochet. And in this stitch right here is going to be where you single crochet. Pull through both pieces and complete your single crochet. Insert our hook into the next stitch, and then also through the body of your koala. Yarn over and pull through. We'll come to the next stitch here, and then also into the next stitch on the body, pull through. I'm going to go into your next, yarn over, pull through both of the stitches, insert your hook into your next stitch, go into the next single crochet, yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to go into work our last single crochet, yarn over and pull through. And then you'll see that we have added the arm to the body, and then your seam is going to stay on the inside and your tails will also stay on the inside. So now what we're going to do is continue to work front post single crochets into the next 20 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got our first arm on. We've completed another 20 front post single crochets. So grab your other arm. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to line up our stitches, place our hook into this first stitch here, and then here was our last front post single crochet, so we're going to go into this next stitch here, yarn over and complete a single crochet. We're going to go into the next stitch and also the next single crochet here, or the next space here. Oh, looks like I'm out of yarn. Hold please. Grab another here. I'm just going to tie a couple of knots in this so it won't unravel. I'm not going to worry about weaving in the ends because it's going to be on the inside. It's going to be on the inside of our koala and you won't ever see it. It's no big deal. Easy breezy. Okay. So we'll insert our hook into this next, let's see, we've done 1, 2 single crochets. So we need to work 4 more. Go into the next here, find our next single crochet. Here was the last one we just did. Here's the next one. And you can see where we've just added, where we've just tied on the next skein of yarn. It's gonna be hidden right back there. No muss, no fuss. That's 3. Here's number 4, go into the next single crochet, yarn over, pull through. Here's number 5. And make sure our tails are on the inside. Number 6. And we have now added the legs of our koala. So what we're going to do is continue to work front post single crochets all the way back to our stitch marker, and I'll see you guys at the end of this round. For round 20, we're going to continue to work front post single crochets into each stitch, and we're going to work 10 more rounds of front post single crochets. Really quick, I wanted to pop back on here just for a second, and I failed to mention that what we're going to do for this first round after adding the arms is we're going to work front post single crochets all the way up to the arms, and then work single crochet into each stitch across the arms, five and six. Then pick up your front post single crochets again, and then when we get back to this section right here in the next round, you'll work a front post single crochet into these stitches. I'll show you guys that one more time. You know, when we get over to that section. All right, now we're going to work single crochet over these 6 stitches. Four, 5, and 6. And then pick up your front post single crochets again. You can see there's that one right there. So go behind this. And then continue to work front post single crochets all the way around. Alrighty, so we have now completed our 10 rows of front post single crochets. And now we're going to start decreasing. So for this first round, what we're going to do is we're going to decrease front post single crochet. Here's the first stitch in the round. We're going to insert our hook, just like we were going to do a front post single crochet, yarn over, pull through, then go into the next stitch as if you're going to do a front post single crochet, yarn over and pull through, and then with all 3 loops on your hook, pull through all 3 of them, and you've just reduced 2 of the stitches to 1. And now we're going to work 15 front post single crochets. At the end of this round, we'll have 96 stitches. For round number 33, we're going to continue to decrease, and we're going to work 7 front post single crochets, a decrease, and then we're going to do 7 more front post single crochets, and that's the repeat. 7, decrease, 7. At the end of this round, we will have 90 stitches. 2. For round number 34, we're going to decrease front post single crochet 2 together, and then work 13 front post single crochets. We'll repeat that all the way around, and at the end of this round, we'll have 84 stitches. For round number 35, we're going to work 6 front post single crochets, work a decrease, and then 6 more front post single crochets. We'll repeat that 6 times, and we'll have 78 stitches at the end of this round. There's 1. For round number 36, we're going to work a decrease over the first 2 stitches, and then 11 front post single crochets. We'll work that 6 times, and at the end of this round, we'll have 72 stitches. For round number 37, we're going to work 5 front post single crochets, work a decrease, and then 5 front post single crochets. We'll repeat that 6 times, and at the end of this round we'll have 66 stitches. For round number 38, we're going to attach the legs. So we're going to work 24 front post single crochets, and then I'll show you guys the next steps. (23) and 24. So now we're going to pick up one of our legs, and just like we did with the arms, we're going to work single crochets through the leg and through the body. Make sure you go all the way through and into the next single crochet. There's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and 6. There. Okay. So we'll remove our stitch marker, and now we're going to work 12 front post single crochets. Take off our stitch marker. Pick up our other leg, and you're going to work 6 single crochets. Make sure you go through all the stitches and then into your next space right here. The tails may get a little wonky on you, but let's see. All right. Hold it together here. There we go. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this little piece here, just add 1 more. And 5 and 6. There we go. There. Now we're going to continue to work front post single crochets until we get back to the beginning of the round. So for round number 39, it's a little bit different. We're going to work 24 front post single crochets, which I've already done here, and then we're going to work single crochets over the stitches where we have attached the leg to the body. And then I'll let you guys, once we do that, then I'll let you guys know what to do next. So next we're going to add 12 front post single crochets, and then we will single crochet into each stitch where we attach the leg. So we'll have 12 front post single crochet and then 6 single crochets, and then I'll let you guys know where to go from there. Now we're going to work 1 front post single crochet in the rest of the stitches. At the end of this round, you should have 66 stitches. My poor doggy Peanut has allergies and he's scratching. So for the next round, we're going to start our decrease again. And we're going to decrease over the first 2 stitches and then work 9 front post single crochets. We'll repeat that 6 times, and at the end of this round we'll have 60 stitches. There's one. So now we've come to the end of this round, and Koala is looking super cute. For the next round, we're going to work 4 front post single crochets, decrease 4 front post single crochets. We'll repeat that 6 times, and at the end of this round, we'll have 54 stitches. I'm going to take a break for the second, or for the moment, and let's go ahead and attach the nose of our koala. I'm going to find the center and then start just above where the front post single crochets start. Now, by all means, you can do this however you would like. It is your cute little koala, but this is how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to grab my tapestry needle. That one might be a little bit too small. We'll just have to see here. Nope, this will work just great. I'm going to go ahead and attach this right now. Now that we've got the nose added, put a little bit of stuffing in there, and I went ahead and attached the eyes. Now, where you attach them is completely up to you. I put them a little bit lower on, koalas. Their eyes are a little bit to the side of their nose, sort of. So I've put those on. Now what we're going to do is continue to decrease. For the next round, we're going to work 2 decreases and then 7 front post single crochets. So we're going to do 1 front post single crochet decrease, and then another front post single crochet decrease, and then we're going to work 7 front post single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I am now going to add on our heart. You can place it wherever you want. I'm going to line it up, eyeball it so that I'm halfway in between and a little more toward our koala's arms, like up here. For our next round, we're going to continue to decrease. We're going to work 3 front post single crochets and then decrease 2 front post single crochets together twice. So here we go. 1, add our stitch marker. At the end of this round, you should have 31 stitches. For the next round, we're going to work 3 front post single crochets and 1 decrease. 2. Okay, now we're going to take the time to stuff our koala. How much stuffing you put in here is going to depend on how full you want it to be. But I want him to be a little pudgy, so I'm gonna put a decent amount. I have now got our koala stuffed, and he is pretty full. I used almost a whole bag of this polyfill. So what we're gonna do in the next round is we're gonna work a front post single crochet and then a decrease in the next. And we'll do that all the way around. You should have 13 stitches at the end of this round. Work decrease in the first. If you can see that. And a front post single crochet in the second. Decrease in the next. For the next round, I'm going to decrease in each stitch, and there should be one front post single crochet at the very end. So let's go ahead and do that. At the end of this round, we should have 7 stitches. What we're going to do is going to go and take our stitch marker out, cut ourselves this long tail. Hope you guys can see that. Our koala is a lot larger than he was earlier. Take our tapestry needle. And we're going to weave in the ends here. Go into each stitch. Here. When we get back to this other side here, we'll give them a tug, and that'll close it up. Alrighty, that is going to finish us up. Here's our cute, oh, you can't hardly see him, but I'll make sure to get a good picture of him. The only thing left to do on our koala is add the ears. Actually, what we're going to do next is take the 2 pieces of your ears and stitch this piece onto the ear, like this. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to sew them onto the koala, if you can even see that. Sew them on. You can put them wherever you want. It completely is up to you where you want. I'll probably add it, I don't know, probably 7 rows down right here. I think that'll give them a cute little face. So anyway, I'm going to add the ears, and I will show you guys what our koala looks like at the very end. Here's a picture of our finished koala. I hope you guys enjoyed making this. Please let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, and I hope you guys have a great day.